Well, in this week's About Your Retirement, we have a viewer question for Jim. Jim, here we go. It's kind of a follow-up to last week. Jim, you said on your show last week that there are other considerations if we choose to move our 88-year-old mother and our home with us. That should be, what should we be thinking about this, and before we do this? You know, what should we be talking about?
Well, you know, this is a major decision when you decide you're going to become a caregiver. It's more than just moving a loved one in your home with you. And I understand this is a very emotional thing and a decision, and it does require a family meeting and a lot of considerations. And that's why I mentioned that last week, because I think so many people sometimes think, oh, I just moved mom in with me. And so what I want to do is present three important realities that I guarantee you are realities. I've seen this for years. And so this is going to be some of the best things for you to consider. And the first one is the loved one's health. And if your mom or your dad, they don't have any health issues, that's the only time, in my opinion, that I think you should consider moving her or him in with you. Otherwise, if their health is declining, then you're in for quite a challenge. And so it's going to take a lot of careful planning, careful thought, research, and prayer. And so the second reality I want you to consider is the caregiver's health, and that is you. And I cannot tell you how many times, Tevis, I have seen people with good intentions, and a lot of the people that write these questions in are baby boomers. They're in their 60s, they're just retired or they're about to retire, and their health declines at a much more rapid rate than it would have. And that's not something I think mom or dad wants for you, and that you don't want for yourself. And also, you need to really, you know, prepare for this. And I've seen, I made years ago at Wellington Park, opened a doorway in our memory care because the man's wife was declining so fast, but he would not give up being the caregiver. He passed before she did, and then we still moved her in. And so these things happen all the time. The third reality is family assistance, and you better have a strong family who is not selfish with their time, because you need somebody that can take mom or dad to doctor's visits, shopping, maybe out for an evening dinner, weekends away sometimes, because I guarantee you, it doesn't matter how much you love your mom or dad or how much they love you, you're going to need a break from them, and they're going to need a break from you. It's like at assisted livings at Wellington Park, our trained staff, they work a 12-hour shift and they go home. You're not going to be able to do this. You're committing to 24/7.
Absolutely. Jim, thanks for joining us. Lots of tough conversations ahead. Yes. And don't forget, you can get more retirement advice from Jim. Visit news9.com/retirement.